Hey everyone, and welcome to Nature with Gabe, the channel that connects you to nature and incredible people just like yourself. Welcome to the newest episode of Fitness with Nature with Gabe. Here's the first cool find of the evening. We have a little white-tailed deer hanging out right along the trail. Always cool to see these guys, even though they're really common in some areas. I'm in the city and these deer are still here. Pretty cool. All right, I spotted this area with a bunch of logs, and this is always a great place to look for critters. So I'm gonna look around really quick and see if I can find any. And I noticed something pretty cool right over here by this piece of garbage. I don't know if you can spot it yet, but there is an eastern box turtle hanging out right here. You can see its carapace, or the top of its shell. Now I'm not gonna disturb this little critter. I'm just gonna leave it where it is. But it's a pretty cool find. It's always cool to see these turtles in the city. Their populations are sadly declining a lot due to collection for illegal animal trade and also for the pet trade. But yeah, super cool find. I'm glad to see that this turtle is out here doing all right. Here's your friendly reminder to always put the rock back where you found it. So someone obviously moved this rock at some point and they left this area just completely open. But it's important to leave rocks how you found them originally and other cover items, because animals will continuously use those areas for cover. So you don't want to disturb somebody's home. You want to make sure you always put it back. At this beautiful lake, you can see there's a turtle right there sticking its head out of the water. Just went under. But these lakes, well, any lake really, is a great place to view wildlife and try and find different critters. There's all kinds of interesting noises and things to see, and it's just a great place to look for wildlife, and it's really gorgeous. So yeah, I'm gonna do a lap around the lake, see if I see anything interesting, and keep going on my run, and I'll keep you all updated. I'm just scanning the lake to see if I see anything interesting, and I spotted two turtles out on this log. One just got on the log, the other one's been sitting there for a while, and it looks like one's a young yellow-bellied slider and the other one might be an older one. It looks like it's the right shape. Yeah, it looks like it might be an older male. Males have the long toenails up front that they use during courtship. And yellow-bellied sliders have a yellow blotch on their face, and they usually like still water more than the river cooter, which can also be found in this range. But these are more commonly seen, from my experience, at least here in Atlanta. There are river cooters a lot in the moving waters, but pretty cool to see. All right, I found some more turtles, and I apologize for the shaky filming, but that's because I'm using my cell phone and filming through my binoculars. But yeah, since I found more turtles, I wanted to talk about what you want to think about when you're trying to identify a turtle if you're not sure what it is. First thing, you want to think about habitat. Where is that turtle? Is it in a lake, pond, river, stream, out in the forest? The habitat plays an important role in trying to figure out what turtle it is, because certain turtles are going to do better in certain environments because they're going to be looking for specific food, and they might have a specific breeding behavior or rely on a specific temperature to be active, and so they're going to be found in different areas based off what they are. The other thing is you want to look at the size and shape of the turtle, the shape of the shell, the shape of the head. Those can all be really important things in identifying and differentiating different turtle species. And then you want to look at color pattern, and it can be really hard at times because sometimes turtles are super muddy because they spend a lot of time either buried down in the muck of a pond or buried underground, and so you might be thrown off a little bit by seeing a completely caked over muddy turtle, but if you can see any color pattern on the face or on the side or on the tail, that can be helpful in trying to figure out what you're seeing. All right, here's our plant highlight for this episode. You can see this is a tree with pretty distinct bark. It's very blocky type bark, and this is a persimmon tree. It's a really neat tree because it has some awesome fruit. And an interesting fact about this tree is coyotes love to eat the fruit from this tree. So it could be a great place to look for coyotes if you have a persimmon tree in your neighborhood. You could camp out dawn and dusk and try and spot a coyote. But yeah, this really blocky bark, and they have oval shaped leaves, and you'll often see the fruit forming in the summer, and then it ripens later into the year, and the fruit is delicious. So pretty cool plant. Well, here's the second deer for the day. This is a young buck. You can see he's growing his antlers, and there he goes right across the trail. All right, I don't know if you could pick up that noise, but those are green tree frogs, and they're just starting their evening chorus. It's pretty cool to hear them all starting to call at the same time. It's a quacking kind of sound, but they're very common in any wetland really here in Atlanta. All right, in this little wetland along the trail, we have our second frog species calling. You can hear the little wing. That's an eastern narrowmouth toad. Right on cue. Eastern narrowmouth toads are really neat frogs. They're tiny microhylids. They have a funky shaped head that they can kind of tuck into their body a little bit with a weird fold of skin along their neck. And they use that to push ants off their face because they like to eat ants, but if they get swarmed, they can kind of tuck their head in and get those ants off of their body. But pretty cool little frog to be on the lookout for. Today I wanted to try something a little different. I want to listen for 30 seconds and see how many different birds I can identify. I heard an interesting bird, so I'm going to start listening now and see what all I can hear. So there's a wood thrush that sounds really melodious. There's a northern cardinal. Sounds like there's a Carolina wren over that way doing chit-chit-chit-chit-chit-chit-chit. I heard a towhee in the distance. And I think that was a house wren. I don't know if you can hear all these bird calls through the iPhone's speaker, but it's fun to challenge yourself and try and identify these different bird calls. I think this is something I might incorporate into more of my Fitness with Nature with Gabe videos, just trying to ID birds by sound, let me know what you think of it. If you like it, let me know down in the comments below, or if you hate it, let me know too. But I always enjoy it, and it helps me, you know, get more information on the birds around me, even when I'm not looking for them directly. All right, so the calls you're hearing are eastern towhee, and that funky one is the white-eyed vireo. It is a really distinct call. People say it's like quick with the beer check. Has that harsh check to it, but this bird is like right there. I don't know if you can see it moving. They're a really small bird. They have that white eye when they're juvenile or just hatched. They don't have that eye coloration, so they're easily misidentified, but they develop that white eye, which makes them pretty easy to identify. But yeah, there's a lot of great bird activity right here at sunset, so I'm enjoying this beautiful time outside. All right, thank you so much for watching this episode of Fitness with Nature with Gabe. If you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments below if there's anything you liked or didn't like, or you would like to see in this style of video. Let me know. I'm all ears. Yeah, I enjoyed making this, and I look forward to sharing more nature with content with you. And as always, remember, nature is powerful, and so are you. Have a great day.